got one here off the new record that's inspired by two women who never knew each other. Although they're still around, so they could meet someday. Anyway, one is my old friend Deirdre from Portland, Maine, where I lived a long time ago. And she's just a song-worthy character that I've known for a long time. And always known that I would write a song about her someday. I was just looking for the right angle. And I got the angle from my Aunt Prudence, who, when I was just a little kid, she graduated from high school and moved in with my grandfather, who lived outside of New York City. Because he took the train into New York every day in his hat and his coat and tie and briefcase and cigarettes, and it's like Don Draper taking the train into Manhattan every day. She wanted to take that train into Manhattan every day to pursue her dream to become an actress. And my grandfather, very straight-laced, thought it was a frivolous, silly thing to do, but he let her tag along anyway. And Aunt Prudence worked really hard, you know, doing all those things you have to do as a young actor starting out in New York. You know, I remember when she got her big national break, I was about 12, and we were told that Aunt Prudence was going to be on an upcoming episode of Charlie's Angels. Good news. I was allowed to stay up past my bedtime, me and my two little brothers. Sure enough, there was Aunt Prudence in the opening scene, at the end of which she was thrown off the cruise ship and into the ocean. That's the last we saw of Aunt Prudence on TV for some time. But you know what? She's still there. She's in New York City. She writes and she acts and she teaches, and she's still doing it. And even my grandfather saw how hard she was pursuing this dream, and he said to her one day, "Prudence, you have a whim of iron." She had a whim of iron. You couldn't tell her no. If you did, she'd prove you wrong and say, "I told you so." She'd get a big idea, friends would roll their eyes, and then she'd pull it off when no one else would even dare to try. She had a whim of iron, like the time she met this broke-down poet. He was a World War II vet. One day he proposed, and she said, "I do," to this gentle soul, and she didn't care that he was 92. She tried to buy the old church before they tore it down. She took up a collection all over town. She raised $500,000, fixed it up so nice. Now there's dancers and artists and singers where there used to be bats and mice. She ran for office once in the state of Maine. She said, "I bet I can't do worse than old what's-his-name." She shook things up for a little while, told the good old boys off good with a wink and a smile. She had a whim of iron, you couldn't tell her no. And if you did, she'd prove you wrong and say, "I told you so." She'd get a big idea, friends would roll their eyes, and then she'd pull it off when no one else would even dare to try. She had a whim of iron, you couldn't tell her no. She had a whim of iron.